One of the biggest things that I help people with is understanding that dating is a skill. So we're born knowing how to love, but we're not born knowing how to date. One of the biggest insights that I see as a behavioral scientist is this idea of we think we know what we want, but we're wrong. And so as a dating coach, a lot of times people will come to me and they will think they know exactly what they want. They'll say, Logan, I want a skinny 5'6" redhead. And then I'm like, okay, well, have you ever dated someone like that before? And they're like, oh yeah, a bunch of times, but it never worked out. I just need to find the right one. And instead, I like to work with them on the fact that maybe this isn't the right person for you, or maybe you're looking for the wrong things. And later when that client comes to me and says, Logan, I met this girl and she's not normally the type I go after, but in my head I hear ding, 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 because that's the moment when they're finally breaking out of their so-called type, trying to date someone new. That's really why I tell people, date like a scientist. Because what a scientist does is they have a hypothesis. They say, okay, I think I need this skinny 5'6" redhead. And then I say, well, test it. Date other types of people. Maybe you'll be proven right, but maybe you'll be proven wrong. One of the biggest things that I help people with is understanding that dating is a skill. And so what that means is people often feel frustrated. Why am I not having success? Why am I being rejected? Why is this hard? People are so hard on themselves. Like, you wouldn't wake up one day and suddenly know how to play the guitar. You would have to start and suck at it and get better. And the same thing is true with dating. There are skills that you can develop that help you turn from the person who struggles with dating to the person who's really successful with dating to the person who found love and never needs to date again. There are certain aspects of dating today that are harder. So we know from a lot of psychology research that people suffer from the paradox of choice. When there's too many choices, it can actually get harder to figure out what you want, or it can be harder to feel satisfied with the choice that you make. A lot of people are focused on attention instead of connection, or quantity over quality. But I really want people to slow down, focus on the person in front of them, say, could this be my future partner? Really invest in them. And then if it doesn't work out, you can move on to the next person. There's also things about modern dating that are definitely better than in the past. So for example, we know from research on how people meet that for many decades, people used to meet through friends and family. Well, that meant that you were limited to a pretty small pool, right? Bill and Belinda down the street. But now people can meet way more people online. They can expand their geography. They can expand their age filters. There's just so many more people that they have the chance to meet. For people who are in age groups or locations where it's harder to find someone. So let's say if you are over 40 or in the LGBTQ plus community, or you live in a rural area, dating apps can really help you find the person you're looking for. So I had the opportunity to be the dating coach on The Later Daters.
I'm here to help people become better daters.
I really felt like the opportunity to work with daters over 55 was so unique, because on a lot of dating reality shows, the people are just super hot people in their 20s. And so, of course, it's fun to watch, but I feel like the stakes are kind of lower. If they don't meet someone on the show, they could meet someone afterwards in real life, on Hinge, on Instagram. But I felt like what we were doing on the show was really special because we were helping people who had been single for 12 years and maybe had not been going on many dates, or somebody who's a widow. There were so many opportunities to really change people's lives, and the stakes felt much higher.
Dating at our age is not easy.
All through my life, I didn't have room to be soft. I had to be strong.
One of the biggest skills that I worked on with them, and this came up with several of the participants, was being more vulnerable on dates. And so I really worked with them to understand that your vulnerability is also your strength. It makes you who you are. It makes you relatable. It makes you human. And if you come in with too glossy of an exterior, nobody can grab onto that. What actually makes us feel connected to someone is when you understand their baggage, and then you can talk about your baggage.
Been married twice. Husband number one fell asleep with a cigarette and burnt the house down. Husband number two's dead too. Now do you want to go out with me?
And when you're an older dater, you're not just dating the person, you're dating their whole family. One of my favorite parts of the show are the behind the scenes where you get to see the granddaughter with her Nana and they're talking about what the eggplant emoji means. Or you're seeing a guy with his ex-wife talking about why they didn't work out. And I feel like that's just so true to life. We really are a culmination of our families, the people in our lives. And I feel like when you're an older dater especially, you're not just dating the person, you're dating their whole lives and you're fitting into their lives and they're fitting into yours. You're never too late to find love. And the show is really about the idea that you're never too late to find someone and you're never too late to grow and learn.